And the wait is finally over. NFL last night released every team's schedule for this season, and I am so hyped for our schedule, especially week 2. I got week 2 circled on my calendar. What is going on, Ravens flock? My name is Drastic, and I want to welcome you guys to another video on my YouTube channel, Flocking Ravens, where you guys already know in this channel we talk about anything and everything that has to do with your Baltimore Ravens. And on today's video, we are going to be discussing our schedule for this season from week 1 all the way to week 17. And I'm going to be giving y'all my predictions to every game. So we're starting off the season with a huge advantage, right? For two reasons. Number one, our first game is being played at home. So you guys already know any team that plays their game at home has a huge advantage from the very beginning all the way to the end of the game, as long as their fans goes all out for them, right? But you know that's not going to be a problem for the flock, right? So we need Ravens flock to go crazy at the season's opener game. All right. Number two, we're playing the Houston Texans. Let me tell you guys why that's a huge advantage. So obviously they have a brand new quarterback on their team, right? But he's not only a brand new quarterback, he's a brand new quarterback not only to the team, but to the NFL. So he has zero experience playing in the NFL. So our defense has a huge opportunity to take advantage of that, right? So that alone right there, our defense, man, they're gonna eat. They're gonna eat that whole game. Cause you know our defense, what they do to rookies, right? With the exception of Trevor Lawrence. Well, Trevor Lawrence was 50-50. We were destroying him. And then at the very end, I don't know what happened. Our defense just, I don't know. They got way too comfortable. You guys already know what happened, right? We're not going to talk that. But anyways, so our defense has a huge advantage, well, a huge opportunity to take advantage of that, right? And our offense also has a huge opportunity to kind of warm up to the new system. Because keep in mind, we have a brand new offense coordinator, right? Brand new playbook. So our offense has to adjust to that, has to put out what they practice, right? So you guys know sometimes you could get it from the very beginning, right? You guys got it down, you guys execute perfect, right? But sometimes it does take some time, right? But with the Ravens, a lot of players on our Ravens, at least in the offense side, we don't really have rookies. I think we have like one rookie, right? Which is Zay Flowers. Everyone else who's going to be starting has already experience. And I don't think it should take too long for them to catch up to the playbook and all of that, right? Get back in rhythm, right? So for that reason, I feel that week 1 could not be a better way to start off the season against the Houston Texans and at home, right? So for that game, we got the W. I don't see a scenario where we don't win that game. So week 1, W to us, right? So week 2, we play the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati, and I am 100% okay with that. 100%. Because in week 2, I cannot think of a scenario where half of our team is injured, right? And hopefully the Bengals can manage to stay healthy as well in week 2, which, I mean, the same thing. I don't imagine a scenario where they have half their roster, or even us, half of our roster injured. Hopefully things change. Not like that season where in the off season we already started with 10 of our guys being injured, right? Hopefully things change and this is a better season, right? So week 2, in the scenario that we are both healthy, there is zero excuses from both sides, Ravens and Bengals, and we could showcase why we run the AFC North with there being zero excuses. Zero. I'm very confident that we win that game in Cincinnati. We're winning that game. No matter how much noise, whatever, we're winning that game. We're getting that W. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see every Bengals fan what excuses they come up with. Right? So that game for me is circled in my calendar because I am so tired. I'm tired of these Bengal fans like being brainwashed by the media, because the media has them up here. I don't know what they did to be put up here, like right next to like Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. Like at one point they were saying, "Oh, Joe Burrow's about to be the next Tom Brady, or he's about to pass Patrick Mahomes." Like, what did he do to get put up so high? Like I don't understand. So for week 2, I love that scenario. We're playing the Bengals. We're gonna be healthy, and it's gonna be in Cincinnati. So they have zero excuse, because I don't want to beat them week 2 at home, because then they're gonna say, "Oh, wait till you guys come to Cincinnati. It's not gonna be the same outcome." And what if like some of our players, by the time we play them at home, get injured? Then obviously it's not excuses, but if our players get injured, it's not the same team that we're going into the season with, right? So that's why I really like week 2 Bengals in Cincinnati, because they will have zero excuses. None. I don't want to hear anything out of them, but I'm sure we will. So week 3, we play the Colts at home. So same reason as week 1, we're going to get that W because it's a brand new quarterback, not just for them, but also a brand new quarterback in the NFL. So our defense will get a chance to take advantage of that. And I'm sure they will, especially with our fans in attendance, right? We got that W. Week 4, we are going to be playing the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. And I don't see this really being a difficult game, because based on Lamar's record against Deshaun Watson, I feel like Lamar is going to dominate, and our defense is going to also dominate in this game. No matter how much noise Cleveland makes, we got this W. It might not be a blowout game, but it's going to be a W for us. Like, we're going to win this. So week 5 gets a little tricky because it's an away game. Let's start there. But it's going to be against the Steelers. And I can see the Steelers trying very hard to make it back up in the AFC North, right? So I know they're going to play super hard. And Steelers versus Ravens is always a tough game. Always a tough game. But as much as they're going to really try to take us down, I feel like the Ravens will fight just as strong or even better, right? So I just don't see us losing that game, even though it's an away game. And I know I kind of sound biased, like, "Oh, we're not gonna lose any game." I get it, but when I'm telling you guys, this year feels different. Trust me, it's different, because here's the thing. Our defense against the Steelers puts up a good fight. Always, always. Our problem, in my eyes, has always been our defense helping us, but we don't put points. we just give that to Tucker. Give us the extra points. We're taking 3 and 3 and 3, and that's all we do. And maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns at most, right? But the Steelers, they take advantage because whatever the defense gives them, they try their best to take full advantage of that. And that's the part that always gets us, that we don't do the same. So this year, I feel like our defense will continue to put up a good fight, and our offense will finally be able to put some points up. Not just with Tucker, but with Lamar. We're going to be throwing touchdowns to Andrews, OBJ, Zay Flowers. Man, it's going to be a different year. So for that reason, I feel like we got a W. And it's early in the season, right? So it's not like we're already, last game of the season. We're a little banged up, whatever. Like, no, it's still early in the season, So I like that we're playing our first games away, because that will make sure that we're giving it our all. We're all healthy, and we have that momentum to start building, right? So for Steelers at their place, we got that W. We got the W. We got the W. So let's go on to the next one. So week 6, as a football fan, I'm not too excited about, because I would have rather week 6 be played even at home, but I would have rather it been played in Tennessee, because like I said, I don't want just the W's. I really like a good game, and I feel like the Titans have always matched up very good with against us, right? Obviously, right now this year, I don't see the Titans being a big threat like they were maybe the last year or the year before, right? But if this game was being played in Tennessee, I think their fans could make the game a little bit more interesting, could give them that little push that they need in order to keep fighting and keep playing us, with their all, right? So this game being played in London, I mean, you're just gonna get a bunch of random people, maybe even some people who don't even watch football. I mean, those games, that's how they go a lot of times. They don't really cheer the way we want them to, or they don't really have a team that they're rooting for. It's just random. It's a very random, like, stadium, random fans. Sometimes, like I said, they're not even fans. Maybe the tickets are just cheap. I don't know, but I would have rather this game be in Tennessee or even at Baltimore. But it's in London, so. This is a W. Either way, it's a W, because like I said, the Titans this year, they're not they have a lot of question marks. We'll leave it at that. They have a lot of question marks. I don't think anyone could really argue with me on that. They just have a lot of question marks in their team. So for that reason, we have the W against the Titans. So with week 7, we finally get a home game against the Detroit Lions. So with the Lions, I know they're kind of rebuilding their team, and they're getting the right pieces together, right? And they obviously picked up some momentum, but I don't think it's enough to stop the Ravens on both sides. Like I said, guys, the defense, always gives it their all, but the offense has always been not the issue, but when we need them to put up the points, they just haven't really found a way to do it, and that's kind of been what's been holding us back. But right now, with the pieces that we have on offense, like, I think we have the right pieces to put up points. So with that, when a team puts up points, it kind of like puts more pressure on the other team to try to also put up points, and by doing that, you pressure them into making mistakes, and then that's where our defense like really eats, man. Like, when the quarterback is in a lot of pressure, our defense takes full advantage of that. And with the weapons, with David Ojabo is gonna go off this year. So with the quarterback under pressure, like, yo, the Ravens are up by 10, by 7, or by 14. He's going to be under pressure. He's just going to get desperate. And our defense is going to take full advantage of that. Full advantage. So we got the W at home against the Detroit Lions. Week 8. Week 8. I know y'all saw that Twitter mess, right? The social media on the Cardinals page, right? I don't know why they're talking like it's like they're asking every team to like destroy them, right? So week 8 we played the Cardinals. I don't know if it's at home or let me see. We're playing in Arizona. I love it. I love it. The Baltimore Ravens are gonna personally deliver them their L at home, to their home. I love it. Like, how are you guys talking that? It's sad. You know why it's sad? Because whoever's in charge of their social media set up their team so bad, put them in a horrible position. Because everyone saw that. Fans, if we took it a certain way, how do you think the players take it? Us as fans, that their little shade was not thrown to us, because it's not our picture that they put up. It's our quarterback's picture that they put up. So how do you think Lamar is going to take that? And keep in mind, how do you think his teammates are going to... Because you guys know how players are with their quarterback. You guys see it all the time. People get kicked out of games, get flags because they look at their quarterback wrong, or because they were on top of their quarterback for 1 second too many. You know how players are with their quarterbacks. So, not just on the offense side, right? Even the defense. So, what do you think, whoever's in charge of the social media for the Cardinals, what do you think the Ravens and every team that you're facing is going to try to do to y'all? It's over. If Kyler Murray is playing, yo, I don't like to... I'm not trying to wish anyone get injured, but he's going to take some big hits. He's going to take some big hits. I don't see him finishing the season healthy. I don't. And I'm not saying we're going to injure him. I'm just saying, like, those things triggers a lot. Like, people will start circling those dates. Like, oh, we played the Arizona on this date. Okay. I'm telling you, they set themselves up. Hollywood, I feel so bad for you. I'm gonna make a video on this subject because I don't want to talk about this too much, but I'm gonna make a video on this subject. Make sure to watch that video. I'll probably drop it tomorrow, but I'm gonna make a video on that. So with week 8 in Arizona, we got that W. Like I said, for the reasons I just told y'all, right? Our team is gonna go all out for Lamar Jackson, because everyone's tired of the whole that's dumb joke, overused joke that they use. At this point, it sounds like a broken record that he's a running back. That just stop. You sound
stupid.
Just stop, man. Just get a new joke or whatever. I don't know. It's the same broken record, bro. But anyways, we got the W. No questions asked. Like, anyone who says, oh, but we made... No. It's not happening. So week 9, we played the Seattle Seahawks at home. This game is going to be a very fun game to watch, because you guys know Geno Smith has a lot of heart. He will try his best. He will give it his all But I don't think his all is going to be enough to beat a Baltimore Ravens defense. Nope, not enough. But it's going to be a very fun game to watch because I feel that the Seahawks right now, they're kind of trying to get back into their old ways of like defense, heavy defense, right? And I think this will be a very good game for Lamar to kind of, you know, progress his passing game, right? To kind of start reading their defense and all of that. It will be a very good game for Lamar. And I just feel like Lamar, there's no way he loses it, but it's going to be a very fun game to watch. A very fun game to watch. So this game, W. It's going to be a W. So week 10, we have Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns coming to Baltimore. And this game is going to be very interesting, very fun to watch. Because, like I said, the first time we're going to play them in Cleveland, we're going to get the W. But the Cleveland Browns are going to try to scheme up a better plan against us at home. And even like that, I don't see the Browns getting a W. We still get the W because of Lamar Jackson's track record against Deshaun Watson. Lamar Jackson has always outplayed Deshaun Watson by a mile. Like, there is no, you guys would, no, by a mile, right? So I don't see the Browns coming to Baltimore and leaving with a W. So this game, we're definitely taking another W. So week 11, we play the Cincinnati Bengals at home. And this game, for me, is going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious. Because the Bengals are going to, the same as the Browns, they're going to scheme up something different because they're going to be like, wow, we got beat last game at home, so we got to beat them at home as well, right? So they're going to come in confident, right? Like they own the place, right? And when they see that their plan is not working, they are going to start getting upset, angry, and they're going to start shooting themselves in the foot. And I see the Bengals getting desperate, where they're going to start getting flags called on them over and over and over throughout the whole game. Because when they start seeing like, man, we can't beat them, like we can't, now they actually, have something, and they can't have things go their way. They're going to panic and they're going to start making a bunch of mistakes that hopefully we can cash in on. We need Lamar and the offense to cash in on their mistakes. Cash in on it. Don't just let Tucker, save us like we did in the past. We got to cash in on their mistakes because trust me, they're going to make so many mistakes. This game, they're going to make so many mistakes. Flag after flag after flag. This game, Ravens, we have to play perfect. We cannot make mistakes. We gotta play perfect. So this game is gonna be a very fun game to watch. Because when they don't get their way and to see their look. I hope that in this game, after we get this dub, we do the same thing we did to the Titans. As soon as the game is over, don't even shake their hands. Don't dap them up. For what? For what? Do the same thing. Just game is over. We won. Out of here. Yo, they don't deserve our respect, man. They don't. So week 12, we're going to LA to play Justin Herbert and the Chargers. And this game is going to be a blowout game. This game is going to be a blowout game. Like the pressure that our defense puts on Justin Herbert, it's funny to me. It's funny to me. And this is another QB that, again, I don't know what this guy did to be put up this high. I'm not saying this quarterback is horrible. No one's saying that. But he is not up here. What has he done to be put up here? Like, I don't get how people put Justin Herbert here and they put Lamar right there. Like, under. Like, that makes no sense to me. What has he done? And look, the weapons this guy's had from the beginning of his career compared to what Lamar had. Makes no sense. But anyways, we're blowing him out. We're blowing him out. No questions asked. We're blowing him out in LA, like we did in with the Bengals. We're gonna go to their home, deliver them their L, and then we're gonna come back home with our W. All right, on to the next. And week 13, we got a bye. This is a chance for our players to rest and recover. And this is the time when us fans start going in on every team we faced so far and just making jokes about what we did to the Bengals, what we did to the Browns, what we did to the Steelers, what we did to Arizona, and every team we faced, right? And then we start talking our talk to every team we're going to face. So that's pretty much is going to sum up week 13 for us, right? And with week 14, before we go to 14, let me go back to 13. Ravens flock. Yo, we got to talk our talk, all right? Week 13. Week 13, you guys have to go hard. I'm talking about Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, on every team that ever had anything to say about Lamar Jackson or the Baltimore Ravens. Because y'all know they go super hard before the season starts. But when the season starts and they start going down and the Ravens start climbing up top, super quiet. As if they've never said anything. They forget about everything they said, right? But we got to pull out receipts. We got to pull out receipts, all right? We got to go super hard. Super hard. Anyways, week 14, we are facing the LA Rams at home in B-More. We got the dub. There is way too many question marks. Way too many question marks with the Rams right now. We got the dub. That's an easy dub for us. So, next. Week 15, we got a primetime game. I think this is our third one where we're going to be facing the Jaguars. I believe it's at home. Let me check real quick. No, this one is in Jacksonville. So, this game is going to be a rematch and a chance for the Ravens to get their revenge, right? Because last year we were destroying them. Last year we were destroying. I mean, a lot of games went like this last year, right? Where we were like, it's a dub. We got this. It's in the bag. Like, there's no way we lose. I'm going to talk about a game, a funny story, right? On something that happened with a game that we lost last year. Anyways. So this game was one of those games that we were like, yeah, we got this. There's no way we lose, right? But then out of nowhere, this rookie starts like coming from behind little by little. And every point he would put up, I was like, oh, okay. We still got this. We got it. And then he would do it again. And I'll be like, we'll catch up. There's plenty of time. Yo, that game, that game hurt. That was one of the games that really hurt. I was like, that game really hurt. So this game, revenge game. Yo, we gotta go hard. We gotta go hard in this game. This game is gonna be fun to watch, but we got a W, because there is no one thing about the Ravens, when they take their revenge games very serious, very serious. Like from the players all the way to the coaching staff. Like they might not. We don't talk a lot, right? We won't go in the media and you know do all this, right? But on game day, yo, y'all ever see John Harbaugh like his handshakes? They're just like whatever, right? Like he's so tuned in. Like he's like, I'm ready, man. I'm getting my W, and the players. So this revenge game, I feel like it's gonna be a W. It's gonna be a W. Um, I won't even say I'm 50-50, 90. No, this is a W. And I don't think it's going to be a hard game either. I know what happened last year, but I'm not gonna let that fool me into thinking, oh, this is a serious threat. Nah, it wasn't luck, but I think our defense, they learned their lesson. You cannot take your feet off the gas pedal. You cannot. No matter how much time, no matter, no, you can't do that. It doesn't matter. If you're winning, keep at it. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't get comfortable, especially with the defense. Like, here's the thing. Defense and offense, you guys cannot both sit down and relax. Like, if the offense is leading, they're gonna go sit down. We're gonna be like, all right, we're up by 14. We're just gonna go chill, take it easy. That means the defense, they have to give it their all to make sure that it stays that way. Because if both of y'all are like, oh, we good, we good, we good, and they start making a comeback, guess what? Offense, they start panicking. And when they start panicking, you start making, bad decisions, or just things don't go your way. And you're putting pressure when there shouldn't be pressure, because the game was pretty much over. So with this game, the defense, I think, learned their lesson. It's like, all right, if we're beating them, right, and we're ahead by 14 points, that doesn't mean that the offense and defense gets to chill. Like, one of you guys has to keep that going. It can't just be both of y'all chilling. One of you guys have to keep that going. So we got the W. We learned our lesson, and it's gonna be a nice revenge game. All right, so week 16 is a little confusing for me because they have a big question mark. Well, let me tell you guys first who it is. So week 16, we're playing the San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco, right? And it's a primetime game, which that to me doesn't really make too much sense. Like, they have not way too many questions. They have a huge question mark at the quarterback position. So, I mean, I appreciate the prime time, right? But I would have rather that prime time gone to like let me see, like the Browns or the Steelers, like us against the Steelers, right? I think that would have been a better primetime game. But anyways, we're playing the jeez, I already forgot. We're playing the 49ers, right? So I hope the Ravens don't write this team off as they don't have they have a big question mark at quarterback, so we're not too worried. No, because as you guys know, sometimes weapons that you have, like in the wide receiver and all of that, right? it could make an average quarterback look like an amazing quarterback. So don't think for 1 second that just because they don't have the it quarterback that we all love to see, that he won't be able to have success, right? So this game is one of those games that I really, really, really hope that the Ravens do not go in like we're gonna win, and the Ravens kind of do it to themselves. This is a game that I feel like the Ravens are gonna underestimate, and we might take an L because of that. So with this game, and I'm not saying that because they have a better they have a better weapons, their coach is better, none of that, right? All I'm saying is because I feel like we could match up with them, and obviously we could surpass them, right? But the Ravens tend to a lot of times underestimate the wrong teams. Like you cannot do that to the 49ers. No matter what the record shows, especially it already being what, week 16, you cannot underestimate them. Because let's just say they had a bad record and they have a losing record or losing season so far, right? They have nothing to lose. So they're going to go all in. They're going to go all out and try to mess us up on our perfect season. So for that, I hope the Ravens come super prepared for that. Because that could be a team that could definitely mess us up. So this one, I would like to give it a W, but I just feel like it's the Ravens' way to underestimate. And because of that, we lose. I hope I'm wrong, but I just feel like the Ravens are going to do Ravens thing and underestimate. And so we're taking an L on this game. Week 17. Now, this game is being played at 1 p.m. This is a game that I feel should have been prime time because this game is going to be a very fun game to watch. Like, it's going to be really fun to watch. We're going to be playing the Miami Dolphins at home. So, I'm a try so hard to go to this game. But this game is going to be played at home. And this game, I feel, even though the Dolphins have had our number for the last, what, like 3 games or 2, I don't know. The last couple of games, I don't even want to say luck because we did it to ourselves. We can't even say, oh, they got lucky. No, no, no. Ravens did it to themselves. But this game, I feel like the Ravens will take over. This game, the Ravens will plan it super perfect. Like it's gonna be like almost like flawless, right? So remember earlier I was telling you, oh, I got a story about a game that we lost, and I'm gonna get into it, right? So last year, I was watching the Miami game, Miami versus Ravens, right? And I remember I was texting my brother and calling my brother like throughout the whole game. And when I was doing that, I think he was like at a friend's house, and they're not really into football like that. So he was trying to watch it from his phone. But once he saw the score, like we were ahead by like 20 points, right? My brother turns off the phone and just enjoys the party, right? He was like at a cookout. And when we lost that game, I was so mad. I was so mad. I turned off my phone. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't talk to anyone that whole day. And I haven't even talked to my brother in like 2 3 days, right? And when I saw my brother like 4 days later, um, we were talking about the next game that was gonna come up, and I was like, man, don't even remind me. And he's like, why? And I was like, because I don't. I'm like mad about I'm mad at the Ravens right now, right? So he goes like, why? And I'm like, what do you mean why? Because we lost. And then he's like, no, no, we didn't. And I was like, yes, we did. And he was like, what do you like? He was so like he thought we watched a different game or something. He was like, what do you? He was so out of it, right? So he goes on his phone to try to prove that we won, right? So he Googles the game, and then he's like, look, and then he sees the score, and he's like, wait, what? And then he just kept looking at it, and like I could see him like refreshing and refresh. I could see him like refreshing the screen, and he's like, "What happened?" And I was like, "What do you mean? What happened? We lost, like horrible. We didn't make a." And he was like, "No, because we were up by like 20 points, and there was like a quarter left." So he said, we got this." So he turned it off. So I told him, the like what happened in the game and whatever. And it was funny because he just couldn't believe it. He thought like it was a dream or something. Like what I was telling him is fake, or like I was somehow pranking him. And he was like asking his son, my nephew, because he's also a football fan. And he was like, yeah, you guys like lost, pretty much got like, yeah, destroyed, right? Not destroyed, but Um, so yeah, so that was the funny story that I have, because that kind of made me laugh, even though I was very upset. So that little part made me laugh because just to see his reaction, like he just looked like I really think he thought I was somehow pranking him and somehow managed to like get in his phone and show that we lost when we actually won. He was so confused. He was very confused by that. But anyways, so with this game, I got the Baltimore Ravens winning this game because I don't see this happening again. I don't see it happening again, especially Lamar. I feel like he's like, nah, man. I can't do this. Like, this isn't me. Because y'all remember what Lamar did his first game against the Miami Dolphins. Like, that game was epic. That game was epic. I don't see Lamar losing. Like, he's going to put up points. When I say he's gonna put up points, he's gonna put up a bunch of points. The defense, they're gonna give Tua a hard time. The defense is gonna give Tua. I know we have a lot of question marks right now in the cornerback position, but it's the Ravens. We are not going to go in the season with question marks in defense. We're not. We're gonna sign somebody. Trust me, we're gonna sign somebody. I hope it's Marcus Peters, but if it's not, we're gonna sign somebody that y'all gonna be like, oh, okay, that makes sense, right? So I'm not too stressed about defense. I know right now, currently, we don't have that person in the locker room just yet, but we're gonna get somebody. I'm not stressing about it. So for this game, we're taking the W. We're gonna win this game. I don't think. I don't know if it's gonna be a blowout. I don't want to say a blowout, but I do feel like we are gonna have a good lead. Like maybe we're gonna be up by like 10 points. 10. Yeah, I feel like 10 points. We be up by 10 points. Yeah. So we take a W for Miami against Miami. Sorry. So week 18, we're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers at home, at the bank. So this game would be really nice if they could put it for a primetime game, because y'all know the history between the Steelers and the Ravens. Like, it's always a great game, no matter what part of the season, beginning, middle, end. It's always gonna be a great game to watch. So this game is gonna be a very good game, but because it's gonna be played at Baltimore, we're gonna take the W, because you guys know we're gonna bring the energy that is gonna benefit us, that's gonna give us the advantage of winning the game. And it being the last game, Ravens fans will know what it means to us for us to win this game. Because let's say we do end up winning the whole season, we're gonna bring the energy to make sure that the final game is also a W. So we're gonna obviously make noise when the defense is there, and we're gonna give complete silence for our offense to be able to score points and all that, right? So it's at home. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna win this game. And if we're banged up, it's the last game of the regular season. So I'm assuming the Steelers will also be banged up. If we're missing players, they're gonna be missing players, you know. So at the end of the day, it's all gonna be down to the energy that the stadium is gonna have, and it's gonna benefit the Baltimore Ravens. So with that, that's my list of predictions for the season. And like I told y'all, the only game I have marked as a question mark is the 49ers, but that's because I feel that the Ravens will underestimate the 49ers. But if they don't, and we end up winning, I believe that we will have a 17-0 season. So yeah, let me know what y'all think about my predictions. If you guys think that there is more than one team that maybe we might lose to, let me know which team and let me know why in the comment section. All right, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share this channel and this video to your friends, family, social media, and all of that. All right.